giving you messages for April of 2026. Come on in. Come on in. Let's rock this reading today. Yeah, basically, if you have Libra in your chart anywhere, there should be a message in here for you somewhere, somehow. So please just take what resonates with you and leave the rest for someone else. Don't forget to flip and flop your energies and genders each and every time you feel fit. Just don't force it. I've already called in everybody's spirit team, your ancestors, the higher galacts. Everybody's here with us right now. Please just know it. I got West and completion. Somebody's been looking to complete something, to finish something. They're looking for pieces of the puzzle, maybe. Usually in spirituality, when you look west, it's about spiritual enlightenment. It's about happily ever afters. It's, hi. Oh, hi, Lisa. How you doing, man? Hi. Cool. So in your present, groundedness and gravity. So being present, right? This here, yeah, this is a cool card. I guess I never just took it in before. The gravity, staying grounded, something about that through, maybe learning these things that these puzzle pieces represent or something. I'm not sure how that's going to resonate, but yeah, anywho, the equator, to be made equal. This is crowning you. This gives me a very Libra kind of vibe, right? Very, very scales, balancing, and what? So I like that. Being grounded, making things fair, or just maybe it's just about the justifications of this subject. I don't know exactly what that means yet, but I just hit myself in the eye. I don't know if you saw that. It was really weird. Anywho, hope, fear, challenge, and homework. I have movement and speed. Somebody is moving with leaps and bounds. That's exactly what this card says. Moving forward quickly, but staying grounded and level-headed, is all combined there. Yeah, purity and ice. See, above this, I see a lot of movement. This white horse is in winter on the top of this card, right? Winter is when we technically slow down, things die back. It's a leaner time. Whatever that is, there was a lot of movement, I feel, this past winter, right? So maybe you've researched or you found a lot out through time here. But down here, she's like very somber, sleeping, maybe, cold, being silent, maybe just to yourselves, trying to wrap your head around things, something like that. All right, well, we only just started, so we're going to figure it out. I'm going to get more of the vibe here. I'm not doing that. All right, the one on the bottom. I couldn't not let it happen. Legal. This is another Libra energy. No kidding. Lawyers, court, paperwork. The West, right over there. Somebody's looking for pieces of the puzzle. Maybe somebody just hired a new attorney. Maybe it was something to do, I'm not sure. Maybe the POA, the person of authority or something. Yeah. Hi, Captain. Hi. Something about that, or that was in the past. Maybe that was completed. Okay, you completed some paperwork in the past that was pieces to your story that you wanted to complete. You're trying to make things fair. A lot of things are happening. Try and stay grounded through the midst of this, because a lot is happening on this planet in a really fast pace. Somebody here is bitter, angry, and petty, salty, petty stuck out. somebody's petty and angry, grounded. Something about the paperwork, maybe. I'm not sure how that's going to be. All right, well, hold on. I need a bunch here. Possibilities. Follow your dreams, make up your mind, and believe in yourself. Right on, Libra. I know decisions are hard. Do the best you can, right? Kind of thing in the next few weeks. What's fair is fair, right? Just trying to balance things out. I really just see you kind of being yourselves, you know, doing what you do best and trying to, take care of business and, that's funny. All right. Okay. Sipping, rumors, gossip, nosy, things are happening, speed, hope, fear, challenge, and homework. Somebody's very nosy. People may be spreading rumors or assumptions. I don't know where assumptions came from, so that's got to mean something for somebody here. Yeah, gossip, rumors, and being nosy. They want to know what's the tea. The movement of it all, making leaps and bounds, right? You can't even make that up. But here, I think there might be some fears moving forward here, Maybe you want to know the tea. You want to know, what the small print is saying or something. Okay, thank you, Spirit. That was interesting. Daydreaming, head in the clouds, delusions, hopes, and dreams. The movement. Somebody's kind of wishing upon a star is what I get out of this. Maybe. Daydreaming. Somebody is in a delusion here, though, however. Maybe this is the salty, angry, bitter person. I'm not sure how this is going to work out for you yet. We will find out. Let me move this over. All right. We're going to get a little more of the tea. Show me more. Universe. Spirit. Deadly combo. Oh, great. Dangerous when together. Triggering. Explosive. Whoever this person is, you trigger each other. Right? Somebody's angry. Or maybe they want to trigger you or you them. I don't know. West, completion and legalities. Paperwork, documents, that kind of vibe. Okay, so we're really getting into the lawyers and attorneys here. So if this doesn't make sense to you out there, maybe it's just not your week to have your messages come through, or you want to check your other placements, because this is kind of specific, I feel. Been burned before, afraid to love again, unhealed trauma, runs away. Yeah, somebody's not taking care of healing their own trauma. That is, grounded. Stay grounded here. Somebody's salty and bitter, very petty. All right. All right. All right, all right, all right. What else? Closed off. Not emotionally available, distracted, hurt in the past. Somebody wants to make things fair. That was hurt. Make up your mind. There's possibilities. Just do the best you can. I don't see anything too major there, except for the salty, bitter, petty person, which usually they're the ones that are the drama queens, possible divas, male or female, right? The guys can be divas just like the females, right? Something is up in the air, not able to make a solid plan, flighty and ungrounded. We have grounded over here, ungrounded over here, can't make up your mind, indecisions of these, how things are in the paperwork. I'm thinking like something about the fine print, like you may be questioning something, like, why can't I do this with that? I don't know, whatever that is. So that's that. Now we're going to get a little bit more of the tea here while we're sipping. We're going to find out what the gossip is right now. What's the tea? Spirit? Universe? Show me what I need to see. We'll get into my tarot after this. Hi, everybody. Popping in and out. It's good to see everybody. Yeah, most people are. There's always a player somewhere, isn't there? Right? You have your belief in me. Thank you. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, is that funny? God's light. That's cool. All right. So, anywho, show me what I need to say. I try to be the real deal. I have nothing to hide, nothing to fake. I'm not a scammer, con. I don't even know how to lie and get away with it. You can read me like a book. It's just, it's so, it's just the way I can't help it. I've always been like that. I tell it like it is. I'm a straight shooter. I'll tell you that, though. I get down, and with the way that I have been treated and disrespected and all the shit that I've been through in life, depending on everything, I can give it right back. So for you newbies on my channel, I'm just telling you, I got my sass and my frass, and I'm not afraid to use it should I need to, right? So moose or caribou here, past to present, something about the northern hemisphere. Somebody may be hunting. Oh, this isn't really the time of year, but something about that hemisphere, because these are usually in the northern hemispheres. So deadly combo. Maybe it has to do with outdoors. Maybe you go out, maybe you have a what do you call a mutual hobby, like a one that you both enjoy, or some kind of something outside. I don't know. A lot of people are, hunters and sportsmen and fishermen and or women's, right? As I say that, female turns out, although we're not taking that. Skiing or skating through things, or this could be the outdoor hobbies, the moose or caribou, skiing or skating. Now, spring skiing definitely way up in the mountains right now, but that's coming to a quick close too pretty soon. Skiing or skating by the truth. Maybe you're just I'm not sure how that's going to be yet. Somebody's salty with somebody, so maybe they're just giving them just enough, like breadcrumbs. You're kind of an asshole, so you get this. I don't know. To be made fair, though, I do have the equality thing here. Protection just showed up. Whoops, cards down. Hold on a sec. Oh, yeah. Okay. I had to squeeze under my cat's cat tree right here. You can't see it, but protection. Somebody somebody needs protection, wants to make things fair, safety nets, maybe. I'm feeling like, this is like inheritance. I do feel like this is somebody's will. For some people, you're working on your will and testament, or something with legalities. But okay. Boy, you Libras are all getting it together the next few weeks here, or what? Somebody is daydreaming. They're in a delusional illusion. However, Sweetgrass, Palo Santo, and Cedar. Yep, there it is. Hope, fear, challenge, and homework. When this card shows up, we're talking about very diabolical energies. This just changed note completely. This is when it gets real. People are either serious Jezebels or vampires, or, you know, it's so fucked up that all this shit is real. We're taught like it's a fairy tale. Well, those fairy tales came from somewhere. Those fairy tales were actually like, there was a hint of realness in them. They had to sugarcoat it to the kids, but there was realness about the stories or the lore or something. It's so weird how all this stuff is like changing, you know, everything that we were taught was a lie kind of thing. Anywho, sweetgrass, Palo Santo, and cedar is something that you can smudge. It's much stronger than sage, for those of you who are not sure. And it really does clear the air. It helps clear these energies. Make sure you keep a window or a door open so the energies have somewhere to go. Also, you don't want to set your fire alarms off too. But yeah, this is like when you're talking demonic energies. Okay. So that's your hope, fear, challenge, and homework right there. Somebody's being really nosy, that things are happening really fast. They want to know if you're leaving them something, maybe. Yeah, what are you leaving me? What are you leaving me? Fucking people. You know, that Jezebel and all those they're so greedy and childish and, you know, very succubus, you know. It is very fucked up. I'll read you a card. You do, huh? I know, I have one right here. Right? All right. Yeah, I'll pull you a card. God is light. Just anything? All right. The Emperor. Bossing up. Power, control, management. Yeah, something in the masculine energy. Is this you? You're like your emperor in your domain. Somebody is. Another one here for God is light. Woo! And we have 10 of Wands down. Trying to take charge of, dealing with it hard. Maybe the ancestral curses or whatever, the oppressions, the burdens, the hardships, whatever that may be. Trying to get it together and manage it and boss up and glow up, right? Yeah, breaking those curses, it's not an easy thing, but it's flippin' worth it. You know, it is worth it. I know I'm living, breathing proof of it. From, you know, if you had known me from before, like a lot of people obviously do, you know, I'm living, breathing proof that this stuff can, you know, it is hard as hell, but it's flipping worth it, you know. Bee's knees, something's the bee's knees. Something's up in the air. Somebody might be, you know, maybe somebody has a hive. That's really cool in today's day, you know, having a hive and have, you know, caring for the bees. Maybe some of you are gardeners out there, you know, you care about the birds and the bees. Somebody's hoping and dreaming in an illusion. However, I think you're not sure if you want to leave this person something or not, or whoever this darker energy is. I don't know. Anywho, we're going to get into my tarot after all of that. Oh no, you're kidding. Queen Bee is the meaning of your name, right? You're welcome. You're welcome. Yeah. All right. So anywho, yeah, show me what I need to see. The World reversed, 2 of Fire. This is my springtime kind of deck here. So those of you that are into Ostera or Easter, you know, this is kind of a cool deck for this time of year. So the World down here, Moose or Caribou right over this, Lawyer's Court, Paperwork, Deadly Combo, triggering, completion west, the world reverse. Things are not completed yet. You're working on it. This does have a lot to do with karma. I do feel like unhealed trauma, right? So trying to heal that and doing what's right. I think it's playing on a lot of your minds maybe in the next few weeks, right? Two of fire, bee bomb. That's the name of this. Yeah. That's funny. So look at, are we going to plant that proven winners annual in a terracotta pot, or are we going to leave it in a proven winners pot? You know, what are we doing? Are we going to sell it? We're going to keep it? You know, there's decisions to be made, things, you're planning things, right? Skiing or skating right over this, however. I feel like it's skiing or skating by the truth. You're going to kind of, you know, or something. Somebody needs to stay grounded because there is a very ungrounded energy, right? With this sweetgrass, Palo Santo, and cedar. If you're not sure like where to pick this stuff up, you can go to like your nearest metaphysical shop, your head shops, maybe like a vape shop, or at least they can point you in a direction. You know, your crystal shops, your metaphorical shops, your witchy shops, you know. Now, yeah, somebody, you know, to make protection, I'm feeling like this is like no wish for, you know, this is wish fulfillment. This is like what you don't want, you know, but you have to make things fair, or you want to be fair. Show me, I need a bunch. It is kind of, it's like really testing me today right now. 10 of earth right down, excuse me, 10 of earth down or reversed. There's no safety net here with this sweetgrass Palo Santo cedar energy. Okay, so this person that's in a very dark, diabolical way has no safety net. And you're thinking of giving, you know, maybe leaving them something for protection. You don't really want to, but you want to be fair. Okay, something like that. You know, 10 of water, 10, 10. Yeah, 2 10s over there with the world. Yeah, it's about the home. Something's the bee's knees. I really like it, but I do feel like you're going to be going back and forth a little bit. You know, you're just not quite sure like how you want to do this or what. You know, things are going to be changing here though. I have a feeling, I don't know where that came. I just said that though. Like, how do I know that? You know what I mean? Magician down. Yeah, this is the sweetgrass, Palo Santo, or cedar vibe. This person is a dark witch or into black magic or whatever that is. Things are not completed. They haven't taken control of their life is what it is. They crafted crap. That's probably why they don't have any safety net or security. I don't know. This is coming out harsh. So lawyers court paperwork right over that. Madre of earth, mother of pentacles. Yeah, very giving, loving, nurturing, and caring, especially with resources or things that are tangible, right? This is a slow energy. I like this energy. You know, you're trying to make the right decisions, but you're not sure. You really want to leave very, you know, I just feel like, why is this, you know, where are we going with this? Why is this coming out? Like, this is a very particular message here. The Hierophant. Okay, well, this is like the leader, the teacher, the protector, I suppose, which is funny that protection is right over this. You protect somebody, or what? Or you have a very protective nature, energy. Anywho, whatever. It could have to do with like live-in partnerships or marriages or something like that. The Hierophant. This is the high priest, possibly somebody that is spiritual. You know, this person obviously is not, but that's, you know, possible for some of you, right? But there's no wish fulfillment here somehow with the protection. Like, oh, you don't like that they're not protected. Okay, maybe that's what it's trying to say. And now you want to make it right and help them out. Okay. Madre of Fire is taking action, very bold, very assertive, you know, kind of very, outspoken maybe for some of you. Either way, she's, taking care of business in the kitchen. Sweetgrass, Palo Santo, and Cedar right over this Hope, Fear, Challenge, and Homework. Things are happening. Somebody's very nosy. They want to know what you left them. They want to know. This is funny. Like, they know that you left them something in the will. I don't know why these messages. This is funny how these things come out. Like, I can't make that up, Who would think? All right, Adelita of Earth. Yeah, making something tangible, 10 of Water, making things happen, right? Make out of the decision, staying grounded with this ungrounded energy, I feel like this person thinks you're the bee's knees, you're leaving them some money. They want to know how much. 10 of Water is all around the home. Where are we going with this? Where are we going with this? This is like the funniest reading I've done. Haya of Earth reversed. Legalities, deadly combo, explosive. Somebody doesn't want to bend. They're skiing or skating. You're getting rid of something. Now here's another 10. This one's 10 of Air, right? This could be a painful ending. This could be heartache or ruin or rock bottom, Somebody's salty and bitter. Somebody's at rock bottom. You want to protect them or something, or give them a safety net. Somebody's petty, though. So you might be dealing with a couple different energies or something. Is that what I'm picking up? 3 more and we can move on. Things are moving fast, though, however. The Fool down, a little afraid or scared or timid, or maybe it's just saying, on the other hand, playing your cards close to your chest and not telling everybody what you're doing. I don't think it's anybody's business when it comes to your will and testament anyway, quite honestly. That's why I'm wondering, like, why is this coming out? I think it's just telling you, like, people are really nosy and greedy, They want protection, I don't know. Haya of Air down. I have the Haya of Earth down over here. Hayas are children or pages, right? But we're all somebody's child. So it's however it's represented in this reading for you. But somebody, I don't feel like somebody really likes the fact that I don't think you like the fact that they're being so nosy. You know what I mean? So something may be said or done in the next few weeks that's going to kind of tick you off about this. Maybe that's where the bitter, angry, petty comes out card, right? Because they might be, poking and pushing and, who knows? Maybe they're crossing boundaries. I'm not sure. Sweetgrass, Palo Santo, and Cedar, and the Sun. It's all good for you, right? There is illumination here. I think you're going to be coming into this in the next few weeks, like, wow, I can't believe it. And it's going to kind of tick you off. Possibly. But this is growth. This is expansion. This is popularity. Something's the bee's knees. Bees and the sun. Yeah, I like that. Something about that. Bees and the sun. If whoever has a hive out there, put it in the sun, or it's in the sun, or I don't know what that. I've never been a hive keeper, but I know we need hive keepers. Yeah. All right. So yeah, around the home, making things work, tangible, you know, whatever. Five of water down. This is about regret or guilt or shame. And maybe we're trying to avoid that, I feel. So we want to make the right choices here. Somebody's looking into possible attorneys, or um, in some sort of institutions, court, paperwork, whatever that is. Anywho, show me what I need to see. I'm switching decks. We're going to go deeper now. Whoops. All right. Two of Pentacles. Knight of Pentacles reversed. Yeah, dealing with moose or caribou, northern hemisphere. Something is outside. Something is, does somebody have a camper? I don't know. Or I'm not sure. Because it does say somebody likes the outdoors. They like, whatever that is. A lot of people do though, but whatever. Knight of Pentacles down. Two of Fire, skiing or skating, salty, grounded, been burned. Somebody, I think, is salty that you may not be leaving them something. And then on the other hand, that other person wants to know, and they're digging deep and they're like, let me, or something. I'm getting a lot of different energies, so I'm not sure how it's going to play in your story, right? King of Wands down with the Nine of Water down with protection over here. King of Wands down with Sweetgrass, Palo Santo, and Cedar makes sense because King of Wands down is a black witch or a black warlock in my book, right? And this is crowning you, right? So one person's pretty dark, and this other person you just want to be fair, or I don't know, but there is a lot of communication and a lot of things happening very quickly, I might add, with the Eight of Wands, right? Making leaps and bounds, hope, fear, challenge, and homework, trying to get this stuff going and finished and completed. This is about somebody that is in poverty possibly, or in a lot of lack, right? They're happy at home, or you want to give them a happy home, or it's your happy home, but something's the bee's knees. You're unable to make a final decision or something. Just do the best you can. All right. It's your money. Do what you want to do. I don't know. Knight of Wands. Knave of Wands down. Temperance. Whoops. The Tower. Yeah, realizations of it all. Three of Wands down. Let me move this. Oops. Three of Wands down. King of Cups. So where was I? Knight of Wands. Yeah. Going forth. Wait. Or you had already contacted the attorney or whatever. These things are already in motion, maybe. They're not completed, but they're in motion, right? Something like that. You're nurturing and caring, but I think you gotta, maybe like very on the fence. There's something about that. Very on the fence. Just, Five of Pentacles down with Ten of Air, yeah. Ruin, pain, right? The ending here. Five of Pentacles down. There's regret. Somebody regret or hates or something about that ending. I feel like they absolutely hate this ending that this person went through or something. Madre of Earth, Knave of Wands down. Four of Swords on. I'm getting a lot of different energies all of a sudden, like more than I was. I have Four of Swords down with the Fool down, Nine of Pentacles down with the High of Air down. These people are very, very unhealed, very reckless in their behaviors, I don't feel like some of these people have taken charge of their lives. So maybe these are like friends that have really done nothing um, with themselves or something. I'm not sure. I mean, there's a lot of people that don't put into themselves, so I'm not sure why that's coming through, but maybe because they're just reckless and you want to maybe keep things, get close to your chest, like if you're playing poker, right? You're gonna keep you don't want anybody peeking, because they're nosy as shit. They want to know where you're leaving them. Really, Lisa? That's so weird. I don't even know why this is coming out. It's so weird. But okay. I mean, it's, the realizations of it all. A lot of movement here. I don't know if this is a bad tower. Not all towers are bad, right? But I feel like it's a big deal, you know. Glowing up and showing up, being assertive and bold, right? Laying the law down or something. Like this is the way it is, right? You're trying to make something or something tangible where it's not going anywhere. Does that make sense? Something's a bee's knees. Like you want to take an opportunity, but it's not going anywhere. This person is very without. Okay. All right. King of Cups. Higher of Earth down. Yeah. Yeah. Legal. Being very mentally balanced through these, trying to make sense of things, trying to be that Libra self, and what's fair is fair. However, somebody's on their own here. They are very without. Sweetgrass, Palo Santo, and cedar. Sipping tea like nobody's business. They want to know what you've got. Overall, that's all they care about, is what I feel. Yeah. And you're going to keep it a secret. You're not telling. Good for you. It's not their business, right? I like that, how that ended. After all that business, and then you're like, no, I'm not telling you. And you shouldn't have to. You know what I mean? She's a girl, the Hierophant reversed. This could be divorce, separation, very against certain spiritualities. It can be all the way from fallen angels. There's a lot of ways you can take that. Right? All right, moving on. I'm going to give you a Celtic tree oracle. This does take reversals. Show me what I need to see. Okay. The Tinny Holly. Tinny Holly. Number 8, for those who care. Don't forget to flip and flop your energies and genders should you need to. Okay. When you get Tinny Holly in a reading, you are offered the ability to defend yourself and defeat your enemies. Holly also represents the fighting involved in the soul's battle. If push comes to shove, this tree offers you the strength that you require to meet aggression. Holly is your inner warrior. This tree offers you backbone. In a disagreement or battle, before you attack or blame another, be sure to distinguish between your opponent's attitudes and your projection of your own shadow on him or her. Once you are clear, speak your truth as respectfully as you can. Thoth, the Egyptian god of communication, is a good ally in this. He will help you to take the high road. Your highest success will be in forging win-win outcomes. You may hear a clarion call to a crusade of some kind. You long to create justice and are willing to fight for a cause. You may need to seek protection for yourself or for another. You stand up when you see someone taking advantage of another. The energy of Holly allows you to argue your position strongly. Holly helps you to be on purpose without being destructive or overly aggressive. Holly protects against the self generated negativity as well as that which comes from others. This tree symbolizes paternity and fatherhood, and it is a male tree. It may also be time to heal the father wound. Perhaps this is the time for forgiveness. If you are a father, make sure you are representing the best qualities of this role. If not, move towards changing your behavior. Be the kind of father that you would like to have yourself. Holly also supports right relationships that are founded on cooperation, love, balance, and understanding. And I love this bush, and it does not like a lot of sun. Just want to let you know because I've learned the hard way. I killed mine off the first time, way a long time ago. All right, what am I doing? Oh, I guess I'm giving you this one. I wasn't gonna, but okay. We're giving you we're gonna see what you're conjuring up in your kitchens in the next few weeks. What kind of spices you may be around. Chili pepper and ferocity. Ooh, somebody's pissed off. We got salty, bitter, angry, petty, and now we got ferocity. Ooh-wee. I don't know if this is you pissed off or pissing them off, but be cool, right? You don't have to hurt. We just said that. We don't have to really, we can get our point across without, cutting their heads off like the Queen of Swords would normally do, right? Where the hell is this card? All right, check it out. Tap into that untamed primordial behavior that you have been suppressing. Your savage side screams for you to be raw and unrestrained and to acknowledge your most vehement instincts. Never apologize for being assertive or for striking out to achieve what you want. You have permission to be as brutal as you focus on your desires and goals. For the only way to beat the competition right now and win is to be ruthless. Be careful with that energy that I just said. You might want to rewind that and listen again. Known as a demon spice, I will spice up your life with my intense, powerful pungency. Fights, arguments, and violence challenge your emotions, and ferocious behavior could leave you red with anger. Yep, feel the intensity of my heat as I spread picante warmth over every aspect of your life. And feel that burn, baby. Oh, yeah. Yeah, you're going to be giving it to somebody. Just remember to be nice. For most of you, or what? Anyway. All right, what else? What else? What else? What else? No, I won't give you any. A hidden realms. We're going to see what's hidden that you don't see. Show me what I need to see. The Spiral Dancer reversed. Okie dokie. This is number 5. For those of you who care, which we know 5s are very combative, or it really ultimately is about change, but it can be very hard change, right? I'm going to show it to you upright, even though it's reversed. It seems as if you're getting caught out of breath, going in the wrong direction. Sometimes you're so busy dancing to your own tune that you find yourself out of step with everyone else. Perhaps now is the time to regroup, sit down and rest for a while until the rhythm calls you to dance again. The Spiral Dancers is a gentle one, so be still and know that you're always loved. If your question is about a relationship, don't be too assertive right now. This is the time to be receptive and allow someone else to take the lead and show his or her true nature to you. At the same time, be careful of being manipulated. You will know the truth about your situation clearly if you sit this dance out and observe. That's interesting. It's all good for you. That's for sure. One more. One more. Thank you. All right, we got 7 of hearts, 5 of hearts, 5 of diamonds, Jack of spades, 9 of diamonds. This is a very, very good omen for you. There is an anchor or safety net of some sort that you're working on. I like it. This could be change of residence sooner or later for somebody here. Ultimately, it's a very good omen, and you're keeping things a secret. And that's the moon twice. Ding, ding, ding. Except in this card, it's a very good omen, right? There's a lot of abundance here for you, right? Or for someone, or it's a very abundant card. It means more than enough. I like it a lot. And this guy with the sun in the background, you know, I feel like you really care about people. You want to do what's right. And it's very much a Libra thing. So you're, you know, I just feel like you're really going to be a Libra in the next few weeks. You're going to be playing it out. You know, this is really a not so bad reading, except for the ferocity and the argument part that's going to piss you off or whatever, however that works out. But, you know, stay grounded, right? Be cool. You know, you don't have to take on other people's energies just because you care for somebody. You know what I mean? You can kind of care for them from afar and let them be them damn selves, you know, but don't suck in that dark, malevolent, diabolical energy, you know, and start smudging. Start smudging. Those are your messages, Libra. Be cool, be kind, be patient, and just be a good human. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Smash that like, share, and subscribe button. Help a girl out. And I'll be back in a couple weeks with your next readings. Ciao.